Everybody, this is Dan from iPadjailbreak.com. Today, or yesterday I think maybe, Springtomize 2 was released for iOS 5. You can see the iOS 4 version when you search for it. That's currently installed on my iPad 2. That's on iOS 4.33 on a jailbreak. Currently there is no jailbreak for the iPad 2 on iOS 5, but this is my first generation iPad. As you can see, it doesn't have a camera here, or it's in black. But anyway, Filippo has just got this tweak ready for the iOS 5 system, and I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on it today. You just run out here and do a search for it. It's a 99 cents if you have iOS 4 version of Springtomize, and it's $2.99 if you have never installed Springtomize before. And these prices will be going up in the next, I'm guessing, a week or two, I think is what Filippo had said on his blog. So jump out of here and jump back into my settings. You can see Springtomize has been added to my settings, or my extensions here. And there's a whole bunch of different options you can change here, just like on the previous version of Springtomize. You can set up your custom animations. You can have a slow motion mode, which I think is kind of nice. You can adjust how much your slow motion is. You can have a TV animation. You can change the color when you take a screenshot to green, let's say. So I can jump out of here and then reload, respring it. Alrighty, you can see when I press this button here, I have a green TV screen that closes. And also I have the slow motion mode. As you can see, it's going a little bit slower. When I hit the home button, it slowly closes. When I move to the next page, it's kind of slow motion mode. It's kind of nice if you're not in a big hurry, I guess. But it gives you more chance to see the animations. And when you open an app, it kind of slowly brings it in. When you go back to your home screen, it's a little more customized there. So I can go to my Springtomize here. That was the animations section. Capabilities, you can adjust custom capabilities. You can switch them on and turn them off. You want your front camera not on, which does not have one on this iPad. This is more for the iPhone, I'm assuming. GPS, I can have that on and off. I can have the custom capabilities. You just turn this on and then you can select which one. You want HDR on, off, multitasking. I'll go to the dock. You can have your dock just hidden completely. You can just hide the labels. Hide the reflection that's shown on the dock itself. You can show you that here. On the bottom here you can see there's a little bit of reflection down underneath there. You can hide the reflection. You can have a custom number in the dock. So I'll set that. Let's say I'll just set that to 8, and then I'll respring again. All right, you can see my dock here. I no longer have the labels on here. I do have one for my folder that is on here. It's kind of a custom animation there when I was selecting that there. So I changed it to allow me to have 8 on here. It doesn't seem to work for the iPad 2. But you can see that I don't have those labels on there anymore. But in here I did have my custom number. I do have that on, and I do have icons and dock set at 8. But it wasn't working. So there's a few bugs maybe still in this. Let's go to the lock screen. As you can see, I already had my seconds shown on my lock screen, if you'd already shown that or not. You can have it always charging when you have it plugged in. Display or disable camera button. This iPad does not have the camera button, but the iPad 2 will when you do get a jailbreak for iOS 5. I'm hoping that comes soon. You can have it always show the camera. Right now you have to double click on the iPhone to show the camera. You can have your iPhone set up to automatically show the camera all the time with Springtomize installed. You can hide the top bar completely. You can delay your dimming, hide the knob, custom label. See, I already have a custom label and I have a custom string set up. You could have the time or whatever else. I set it to show iPad jailbreak on the lock button there. So I'll go ahead and reload. As you can see right here on my lock, there's the iPadjailbreak.com in there instead. I'm showing my seconds up here. You could have the camera button here automatically displayed. If I double click here, I don't get the camera. I have my setup for that I can do an app switcher while I'm in the lock screen here. But you can kind of see the animation that Springtomize has added to that. Alright, we'll go on to the next one here, which would be the icons itself. You can hide the labels on your icon. You can keep people from moving them. They won't have them jittering or uninstalling, or you can disable all the badges so you don't see any badges. You can two tap to clear the badges. You have a custom number. Icons per line, let's just set it to 5. I think it's currently set at 4. I don't remember what it was set at. Let me see here. We have 5 right now, icons going in the landscape mode. So let's set it to 6 and see if that works. I don't think that works. I tried to get that to work earlier. I can adjust the size of my icons. I can adjust my size of my dock icons. Let's bring those way down to so you can't even see them. And resize my switcher icons, which would be the ones on the bottom there when I double tap the home button. I can hide my newsstand, and I can enable and I can hide just certain icons. So I can pick certain icons I don't want to see anymore. I just want to see this App Store one, or I don't want to see maps anymore. And then I can come back in here and I can reload this and respring it. So I unlock my screen again here. You can see my icons got really small. My dock ones got even smaller. I don't think I enabled to hide the icons, and I wanted to show 6 icons per row. But as you can see, that's not working as well. There might be something I don't have installed. I might need to have InfiniDock or InfiniBoard or something installed. I'm not sure. I don't have those installed on here right now. So that might be the issue for getting the icons per line to work right. And I had the same issue with the getting the icons on the dock as well. I had this set to 8 and that didn't work either. Or I tried to put more than 6 on the bottom. Alright, I'll go back into the icons here. You can see that I had a custom number at 6 that didn't work. I resized my icons. And I did choose to hide a few icons, the App Store and the maps. So I'll go back to the home screen here. I don't see those 2 icons in here anymore. They were both right on the front screen here. Okay, then we'll go back here to the folders. You can have display an animation. You can disable that animation. You can hide the label on a folder, which you saw that I had it on my dock. The folder label was there, so I can turn that off. I can have auto close on my folders. Go ahead and set that up. Create and dock, which I already have a folder in my dock, so I don't know if this is necessary because I do have a folder there in my dock. I can set it to have a custom number of icons per line in my folder. Maybe I can get that to work. I'll try that. So I'll just change that to 5 per line, and we'll just try to reload that and see if that works. You see I have this folder here. It does have 5 per line, but I think that's how it's going to be in landscape mode anyhow. If I turn my iPad this way, it does bring up that 5th one in the same line. So it does, maybe it doesn't work in landscape mode, or there might be some issues with it, I'm not sure. Alright, my folder no longer has a label on it. The folders have an animation there that I could have that disabled as well. So I had it auto close, and then I had 5 per line set up. Going to my app switcher here, I can have a landscape app switcher. I can turn it on and off. Disable paging, so I can turn that off, and then it'll just slide through instead. Disable the badges on my docks, on my app switcher. I can have a custom number set there. I can inactive apps. I can show those. I can have those hide or dim them in the app switcher. So I'll go ahead and have them set to dim them a little bit, so the ones that aren't active. And the icons that are in the up switcher, I'm just going to raise that to 6. I'll raise it to 7 since we're in landscape mode. And I'll try to reload again. Respring it. So I do have my app switcher working from the lock screen. As you can see, I have 7 in here. And I don't have paging anymore, so it doesn't lock per page. So I can have it anywhere I want. I could set up my app switcher so that it shows my. Let me unlock this first. All right, so you can see I have 7. I don't have the paging. I can just have it set up wherever I want. You can have your dock automatically, or your app switcher automatically open to this screen as well in there as an option. I'll show you that real quick before I jump to the next page. So on the app switcher, you can start with iPod. You have that on right there, which I didn't have on. Brightness slider, you can have it start there. Show that in there. I have a 3rd page of that. Go to the time machine here, and it allows you to save. I can back up how I have it set up right now. Just have all those selected, and I can hit save, so I can save my current configuration. And then let's say that I want to restore them now. So I want to restore all these. I want to restore the settings I just had. And you can have automatic backup as well. So I can hit save restore again, and instead I'll hit restore. And it has the one that I just saved just now. You could have multiple different settings or setups for, the kids use this iPad normally, so I could have it set up so that they have a certain configuration and I have a certain configuration for my preferences. Pretty nice tweak, or pretty nice setup in the time machine there. The status bar, you can have your custom carrier name shown here. So I can change this to say iPad jailbreak. And I have a custom time there. I could have my time off, or I could have turn it on and have a custom string, and I could just have how much free RAM I have up there, what my Wi-Fi network name up there, and everything else. So I can hide certain items. I can hide my battery, so that my battery wouldn't be showing. I could just have my percentage of my battery showing. Bluetooth, I could have all that hidden. Play, when it has a little triangle up at the top, you can have that hidden. You can hide the time and everything else if you don't want to see that. So I'll just hide the time here too, and then I'll reload again, respring it. You can see my top bar has iPad jailbreak up here. I don't have my time, or my battery percentage is not being shown right now. It does show my Wi-Fi little bar icon there. I could disable that as well. So my status bar has been set up. As you can see, the free RAM is not showing up there. I have that on the custom mode, but it does not show my time. It does not show my battery and my Bluetooth and all that stuff. Go to the next one here. It's called Pages. You can just hide the dots. I can remove my paging limits. I can disable paging completely. I just go ahead and turn off Spotlight too, and I'll reload it again. So now I don't have my paging set up, so I can stop anywhere I want in the middle here. It doesn't have my little dots down here anymore, but it gives me the the ability to stop wherever I want, and I can't go this way because I don't have my Spotlight set up anymore. Go to the next one here. Theming. I don't have any themes set up right now, but you could have a custom dock. You could just load your docks, the icon labels. You could have custom size set up for your fonts. I do have some fonts. I did have some fonts set up on my iPhone on iOS 5. You can have grayscale icons. That's something you can have set up there. I'll go ahead and show you what those look like. So if you enjoy looking at grayscale here, I just brought in all the icons. I guess Facebook must not be working. But all these other icons are all in grayscale. Go ahead and turn that off here. Theming, and I'll turn my grayscale off for the next time that I load this. Notification center, you can have your instant clear. You can also have custom lines. You can set it up so you have 15 lines in your notification center. So all my kids' games would show. It would show all my email here as well, but you would show all that in there. The custom lines, the instant clear. And go to the more here, you can get all this documentation that you can see. This does not seem to be working very well for the iPad, but it would, on your iPhone, it would be opening within the settings. It would be showing this a little bit better. As you can see, it discusses what each thing does here. So if you go into animations, and you can see with custom duration, all good discussion on every single thing. Settings files and mobile substrate add-ons, you can turn those on and off for each hide inbox that I have that set up. And then you can report a problem. And settings files, you can see that I have installed. I've got Winterboard installed, but I don't have any custom things right now. That's pretty much Springtomize. You have to enable it, and then you can customize a multitude of things. Be sure to follow us on iPad Jailbroken on YouTube videos, or check us out on iPadjailbreak.com. Thanks.